Hello, hi everybody. This is Dave Wallace coming to you from my home here in Waihawa, Hawaii, under the lychee tree. Okay. Anyway, welcome to Monday Talk Story Time. And before I get into the tarot reading and sharing a story today, I'd like to make an announcement. The announcement, drum roll, we finally released our first uh, Kindle ebook, and it's right now it's live, and I'm taking pre-orders. I'm also using this particular book as a magnet book, and so I'll be running some um, promotions on Facebook, and I created a authors page on Facebook. So for those of you who are my friends on Facebook and get a page like from David J. Wallace, author, that's me. Okay, and that's a page. This specific page has everything to do with promoting the books and stories that Ella and I will be producing from this point on. So news and updates on the stories, and we have a ton of them. The one that I just released and is on pre-order is called The Angels and Ghosts of Shingles Hospital. And these stories were taken from um, our, our Kindle Vella series called Angels, Ghosts, and Demons and Memoirs of a Spirit Worker. So that's where it's coming from. And I'm also creating a paperback version of this book for some of you who like to have a physical book in your hand. It will be available within the next couple weeks. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the covers to come back from my graphic uh, designer. Okay, so that's a big news. And right after this, about probably the first week of October, I'll be releasing my first major series, and the major series is Anna Blaze, and we finished with three of the books already, and it's in right now. It's still being developed and put together for Kindle release, and at the same time, I'm also having I'm finishing up the Hawaiian Shapeshifters and Mark of the Puhi. Okay, so a lot of things coming up within the next couple of months. Okay, and this first book that I'm putting out, The Angels and Ghosts of Shingles Hospital, I'm releasing it right now for Halloween. Okay, so it can be shared with people during Halloween. All right, so that's where we're at, and those are the announcements. Now, for the tarot reading, I'm doing a 5 card reading right now. Okay, I tried the 7. Eh, it's okay, but the 5 cards is something that I'm accustomed to. Okay, so let's begin right now. And this reading is good for until next week Monday. Okay, so this is for tomorrow, Tuesday, all the way until Monday of next week. The first card I pulled out was the King of Pentacles. Okay, and the King of Pentacles actually is a good card. It means that you're trying to better yourself. Also represent hardworking. Your hard work is beginning to pay off, and it also signifies someone who is mature, dependable, and steady. Okay, so that's what this card means. The second card that I pulled out was the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups basically is a card that says all your wishes are coming true. Okay? And this is a really good omen. I know you guys are looking at this and say you're looking at the Roman numeral, but the Roman numerals are backwards. So this is a 9, okay? Not an 11. Okay? Next card. Next card is Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a bringer of good news, okay? And welcome news. It also describes someone that is warm, gentle, filled with love. And when this card comes out and stuff, normally be on the lookout for new job offers, also, new friends entering your life. Okay, the next card is a Fool. The Fool is a card that talks about new beginnings, and basically you're in a transitional phase of life, filled with optimism and ready to start something new. And like any new journey, you fill with optimism, but sometimes it's not well planned, yeah? So just be careful out there. And this card a lot of times signifies major changes are about to happen in your life. Okay. The final card, okay, is a Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords, you can see this is a confusion because basically you have to make some tough decisions, okay? Sometimes it says you have a choice between two decisions, and this can be many choices, but you're stuck and you're unable to make a clear decision on what you need to do, and because you're confused at this time, okay? So this is a card that you need to be aware of and be careful in your choices. Now, when I take a look at all of the cards together, what to expect for this coming week, there's a lot of good things happening, such as new job offers, new path, and our life taking new changes or new journeys, okay? And so that's one thing that's I see in this card. And however, anytime when we make life changes, we're gonna have to make some tough decisions, okay? What do we keep from our old life and what do we get rid of, okay? And sometimes these choices and what to do can be very difficult, and it bogs us down and keeps us stagnant, yeah, and afraid. So, but the changes look good and promising. If you have been planning on doing something for a long time and working hard towards it, then expect to be rewarded for your hard work. And the card that I really like is the first card that came out, the King of Pentacles, because basically and stuff, it shows someone who is really level-headed, mature, and able to make good decisions, either entering your life or you're taking on the persona of that where you're making better decisions. Okay, so this is my reading for this week. Okay, now lately, I guess because of the material that I've been working on so much and stuff, and looking into my childhood past, where there's been so many experiences, spiritual experiences I had with entities, different types of entities, and this has been sort of like a life mission for me, especially lately. Okay, and right now there's been a lot of changes in the world around us, and there seems to be more activity on the spiritual side where entities are trying to get our attention, and these entities can be people who lived in space that we are currently occupying, or they can be our ancestors trying to communicate with us to let us know what's coming around. whatever the case is, there's been an increase in spiritual activity around me, and the one that's been happening lately is while I'm sitting on my desk and writing, there's always motion off on my right side and to my left. Sometimes my right side can be my son and my my stepson, and walking out to take a smoke. But a lot of times it's a um, different persona, different person that keeps on walking by. And there's also been instances where someone come up behind me and tap me on the shoulder, and I turn around and there's no one there, but I can feel it physically tapping. And when this happens to me, I take a look at what I'm doing, and I take it as encouragement, saying, "Attaboy, keep on doing what you're doing." Okay, so be aware that there's an increase in spiritual activity, and be aware that it's not something to be afraid of, but something to be understood. And so I always ask the question, why is this happening? And a lot of times when I am writing and looking into my past, especially, and exploring some of the incidents that I faced growing up, these strong emotions reappear in me, and they're not. The emotion I'm talking about is not fear. It seems odd that even as a little kid, I wasn't afraid of these things. They would shock me. Yeah, I'd jump because all of a sudden, they appear. But after I get a shock and know what's happening, fear disappears, because now I'm saying, okay, you're there. If a spirit is there, okay, you're there, and just because you're showing me yourself now doesn't mean you weren't there before. Okay, it's just that they decided somehow to reveal themselves to me. And this is the thing about it. A lot of people freak out. Oh, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, in my house. And I says, well, you're lucky that they're allowing you to see themselves, because if you think that that's the only time they're there, you're wrong. They've probably been there for a long time. It's just that only now you're being allowed to see them. Okay, so just because you don't see them doesn't mean they're not around. Okay, so just a reminder. Okay. Anyway, I hope this reading and talk story time. And I came out here because the sun is kind of like setting, and I like this effect it has on my face. Okay. Anyway, I enjoyed doing this, and thank you very much for watching. And until next week, this is Dave Wallace from Wahiawa, Hawaii, under the lychee tree, saying mahalo for watching and aloha.